All right, you guys, we got another live stream. Please share, subscribe, hit that like button for me, and let's get to this live. The end is here. Signs of the end of times. Humanity will be wiped out. Now, I want to get to this because for those that know the time, see, the time is here. We ain't got to wait 15, 20 years from now. The sign of the end of time that you are witnessing. And humanity will be wiped out. And I want to say this to you. We have floodings that's happening. And I want to start with Washington. This in that whole area, Washington. Washington is seeing 17, 18 inches of rain. Over 100,000 was forced to evacuate. Now, the reason I'm talking about Washington, because I can remember Trump was saying that we need to move homelessness. We need to move these stinky people out of our streets. See, what Trump was thinking to replicate, change things, send special task force, prosecution, Homeland Security, and the National Guards into Washington. Well, karma is happening in Washington. This thing, 100,000 people was forced to evacuate. Now, I want to talk to you guys about the karma that's happening. Everything you see is backfiring. Everything you see is happening right between our eyes. Now, in Revelation 17, it talks about the great prostitute and the beast. Now, I want to share and read from the Revelation 17 chapter. Then one of the seven angels who had the seven bowls came and said to me, I will show you the judgment of the great prostitute who is seated on many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed sexual morality, with the wine on whose sexual morality the dwellers on the earth have become drunk. So the people have been drunk. Because America, they offer you wine, beer, whiskey. She was the great prostitute, the mother of prostitutes. She was the seducer of this earth because she made all the world drink from her morality. So it says here in verse 3, he carries me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting on a starlit beast that was full of blasphemy names and has 7 heads and 10 horns. The woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, and adorned with gold and jewels and pearls, holding in her hand a golden cup full of abominations and the impurities and of her sexual morality. And on her forehead was written a name, a mystery, Babylon, the great mother of prostitutes, and the earth abomination. And I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints, the blood of Jesus. When I saw her, I was marveled greatly. But the angel said to me, why do you marvel? I told you the mystery of the woman and the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns that carry her. The beast that you saw was, and is not, is about to rise from the bottomless pit and go to destruction. And the dweller on earth whose name have not been written in the book of life from the foundation of the world was surprised to see the beast, because it was, is not, and is to come. This call for a mind wisdom. The 7 heads are the 7 mountains, which the woman is said. There are also 7 kings, 5 of whom have fallen. One is, the others have not yet come. And when he does come, he must remain only a little while. As for the beast that was, is not, it is an 8, but it belongs to the 7, and it goes to destruction. The 10 horns that you saw are 10 kings who have not yet received royal powers, but they are to receive authorities as kings for 1 hour together with the beast. These are one mind, and they have over their powers and authority to the beast. They make war on the Lamb, and the Lamb will conquer them. For he is Lord of lords, kings of kings, and those from whom are called, chosen, and faithful. And the angel says to me, the water that you saw was the prostitute seated, are the people and multitude, and nation and language. And the 10 horns that you saw, they and the beast will hate the prostitute, and it will make her desolate and naked, and devour her flesh, and burn her with fire. But God has put into their hearts to carry out his purpose. But being one mind, hand over the royal powers to the beast until the words of God are fulfilled. And the woman that you saw is a great city that have domains over the kings of the earth. Now, we know about the 10 kings. We know that a war is going on in Gaza with Hamas. And that war that's going over there in Gaza. We know that Trump is refueling things, keeping a war to escalate over there in Gaza. While meanwhile, you got to keep in mind, those people that's over there are not the real Israelis. There's a war that's happening right in the Middle East. And we've been hearing from time to time that Trump trying to negotiate ceasefires, trying to make a peace agreement. But you see, there's no peace. See, we're in a time, y'all, that war is breaking. And this war that's breaking is bringing us the signs of the end of times that we all been waiting for. Now, they talk about this 3-eye atlas, this comet, but they fail to tell you guys what's approaching, what's here. Now, I want to tell you guys, because when it comes to the scientists, when it comes to the astronomers, they can't tell you, but just give you guys 3-eye atlas, UAP, asteroid, meteorite. But this is nothing but an alien probe. Now, I want to talk to you guys about the mother planes. the sign that the end is coming to this world. Now, the mother plane was made to destroy this world of evil and to show the wisdom and mighty power of God, who came to destroy an old world and set up a new world. See, the nature of a new world is righteousness. And the nature of a new world cannot be righteousness as long as unrighteousness is in its midst. The same type of plane was used by the original God to put mountains on his planet. Allah God, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, whom praise are due forever, is right to any God before him, as the Bible, Holy Quran, teach us. He taught me that this plane will be used to raise mountains on this planet Earth. The mountains that he will put on this earth will not be very high. He will use these mountains to a height of 1 mile over the United States of America. This reminds us of the prophet predictions of this time, a destruction of the old world and the bringing in of a new world. Behold, the Lord makes the earth empty and makes it waste and turn it upside down and scatter abroad the inhabitants thereof. The Bible, Isaiah 24, verse 1. There are plains in various nations today, but this is the mother of them all. Why? Because this type of plane was used before this making of this world. Why should God make such a sign of his power to destroy a nation? Because this is the final destruction of that people who has opposed God and his purpose and aim for justice and righteousness. See, the white man is not a people who was made righteous and in turn righteousness. It was made unrighteous by the God who made them. Allah God, who came in a person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, taught me that this plane is capable of reaching a height of 40 miles above the earth. His words could have been a sign, meaning 40 years, in which the plane will go into action, not referring actually to 40 miles. Allah God does not speak one word that does not have a meaning. Every word that he speaks has a meaning. The mother plane, according to what had been described by the devil scientists, is capable of not only staying up for a long period of time, but also capable of confusing the scientists. See, they want to attack and destroy it, but if a plane did get close enough to attempt to carry out this purpose, it would be destroyed instead. The white man have learned that this is not a plane to be played with. See, planes come out of the mother planes. In the 1930s, the Canadians newspaper reported that they saw the mother wheel, the mother plane. It came out of the sky. They made that looks like a great city, and that something came down from it. It appears to be a tube. But that tube-like thing went back up again. Allah God, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, taught me that the 6 months to a year, the mother plane comes into gravity of this earth. It takes on oxygen and hydrogen in order to prevent it to stay out of the earth gravity until it needs refueling again. Ezekiel prophesies of the will. Ezekiel saw the mother plane in a vision. According to the Bible, he looked up and saw this plane. In Ezekiel 1:16, he called it a wheel because it was made like a wheel. A plane that is well shaped can turn in any direction at any time. He admitted that the plane was so high that it looks dreadful. He cried out, "O will." In Ezekiel chapter 10:13, Ezekiel saw great works going on in the wheel and four living creatures. And the work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. In Ezekiel 1:16, and when the living creatures went, the wheel went with them. And when the living creatures was lifted up from the earth, the wheel was lifted up. In Ezekiel 1:19, so the power of the lifting up of the four creatures was in the wheel. The four creatures represent the four colors of the original people of this earth. There are five great powers of the nations of this earth. The five powers are the black, brown, yellow, red, and white are the four original powers. The red is not an equal part. The vision shows the four creatures being lifted up from the earth, and when the wheel was lifted up, they was lifted up. And when the wheel stood, they stood. This means that they waited upon the movement of the wheel. In Ezekiel's vision concerning the wheel, he saw the will and experience of what he heard the voice of one tell the others to take coal of fire and to scatter it over the cities. This means bombs. It could mean fire too, however. The plane is to drop bombs which will automatically be timed to bore quickly to a position of 1 mile below the surface of the earth, where there are time to explore it. So Ezekiel witnessed seeing the mother plane, and he saw the great works that was happening on this mother plane. So it says, Allah God taught me that these bombs now are to be dropped only on the cities. See, it will be the work of the will. The will is the power of the four creatures, namely the four colors of the black man, the brown man, the yellow, and the red. See, the red Indian is to benefit also for this judgment of the world. We must remember that God comes to separate from the righteous that which is hindering the righteous from making progress, and to destroy the effect of the poison of that which has opposed the righteous. The effect of the poison will be fully destroyed at the destruction of the source of the poison which has poisoned the righteous. It is like one being bitten by a rattlesnake. Quickly, medication is administered in order to minimize the effect of the poison upon flesh and blood until a complete cure is effected and the patient is well again. It is useless to try to ignore Ezekiel's vision of the will, for the make of destructive works of the will was foretold before it came to pass. Now, Ezekiel 37, it was talking about these bones was resurrected. And the reason why these bones was resurrected is that a time will come that God will restore it. And the bones that was resurrected in Ezekiel 37, those bones that was shed all into the valleys was our ancestors. So now you see a time is gradually coming now. A time is here. That those bones will be resurrected, that our ancestors will come back. And it's a time that they was not expecting a visitor to come to approach Earth. And so this will make why I tell you America judgment is here and America will never become great again. See, this three-eye atlas that they said is coming for the whole world to see. See, God is not coming to lay down no further instructions. And see, the evil doers, they want you guys to believe all the false lies, this deceptions Satan will bring on the world. They want people to be confused, to tell you that this is nothing but this a comet. It's nothing serious that's coming down on earth. But this is why God sends signs and wonders on his earth. And see, if the Lord had not cut short the time when no human being would even survive. But now you see, for the sake of his elect, he has shortened the times. So I say this, it is useless to try to ignore Ezekiel's vision of the will for the make and destructive works of the will was foretold before it came to pass. Now, the disbelievers believe that which he sees present and not that which is prophesied to come. See, this is why they are the losers and take the course to hell. Because he disbelieve in that which is prophesied to come about in a particular day. This is why the enemy is trying to do today with the black man. He's fascinating him with sport and play. And the doing of evil to keep him from going to the God who is present. You never thought the days would come when you see your wife, mother, an old grave-haired woman walking down the streets today, half nude. A few years ago, they would not have dared to come out into the public like that. But now they do so because the devil has put his approval on this kind of entirety. They desire to please the devil. They do whatever the devil bid them to do. The devil desired to take the black man with him to his doom. Let us not classify the prophet as liars and ignore their prophecy. We may cause ourselves destruction through belief in the devil instead of the belief in the God of righteousness. There is no equal of the mother plane. This is the reason why she is called the mother plane. The mother plane is made for the purpose of destroying the present world. She has no equal. Do not be surprised at the maker of this plane, since it is from the God who made the universe, afloat, planets, stars, which are supported only by the power of Allah and their rotations and their orbits. Allah, God, who came in the person of Master Fly, Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, taught me that the mother plane is a little human-made planet. It's not simple for Allah, God, to make a planet if he wants to. The mother plane is capable of staying out of the Earth's gravity for a whole year. She is capable of producing her own oxygen and hydrogen as any planet is able to do. The mother plane carrying the same type of bombs on her that our black scientists dropped on the planet Earth to bring up mountains out of the earth after the planet Earth was created. The knowledge how to do this had not been given to the world right race, nor will they ever get this kind of knowledge. The knowledge of the world is limited. If the devil will get this kind of knowledge, we could just say that we are goers. However, they are not able to attain this kind of knowledge. What does a 6-day-old baby right race look like trying to compete with a 6-year-old child? Black nation. For a 6-year-old child can run all out in the yard and play. He can eat solid food. The power of the 6-day-old baby is limited. The knowledge and power of this world, life, right race is limited. The world of the white man was made from what he found, what he has seen and learned from the work of the original black man. The right race is far from being able to equal the power and wisdom of the original black man. The mother plane and her work is to display the power of the mightiest God, Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever. Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, is the wisest and best knower. He's the mightiest of them all. Old Will said the prophet Ezekiel, she was so high up in the sky that she looks dreadful. She is capable of staying away from you, who plans destruction of her. She's capable of confusing you, who would try to reach her with your means of destruction. There are scientists on the mother planes who knows what you are thinking about before the materialize, of the Holy Quran, Surah 50:16. Therefore, it is impossible to try to attack the mother plane. She can attack you, but you cannot attack her. The mother plane can hide behind other stars and make herself invisible. Can hide because she does not have to wait on the power from the earth. She can produce her own power to go wherever she desires to go in space. The mother plane is not like the little bullets or cameras, which are powered by your limited powers. The Bible prophesies that today Allah God wishes to make known to us that He is God, who should be respected as the superior God, who wish all life in the universe to know that He is the greatest. The Muslim recognize Allah God to be the greatest. You always repeat, you are the greatest. There is no God like unto you, none deserve to be served or worshipped besides you. Almighty will, I repeat, that there's plenty significancy to make of the mother plane. There is much to the course operations of her work. The space here in this book is limited, but what Allah God taught me concerning the mother plane can be put into book forms. O will, make to rock the earth and to heap up mountains upon the earth. Or will destroy a nation. No wonder the prophet Isaiah prophesied it, that the earth shall read to unfold like a drunkard. Isaiah 24:20. Let us seek refuge in Allah God from the structural works to come, from this mother plane. The Holy Quran, chapter 78, verse 2, of the tremendous announcement. See, the days of decision. We are now living in a time in which we must decide on what shall we do. It's very important that we arrive at a solution, come to a defined agreement. You black men of America are holding back your decision. You are waiting because of the people who have brought this day of decision to us by the way or rule. The rule is in a way of injustice. Now, the God of justice is before us. We must decide upon whether or not we accept a change of rulers or remain under the present rule that is passing from the scene. We must decide rightly in order to relieve the people of pressure of injustice. Let our decision be for the benefits of our present and our future generation. We have no objections to that person who makes up his mind to remain in what he is already in. However, this announcement of great importance is laid before you and me so that we may come to some kind of decision, agreement on what we shall do about the truth of this announcement. The announcement is the truth. It is asking us to decide on whether or not we are going to accept the truth or remain in falsehood. It is called the day of decision. Decide this day which God you shall serve, the God of freedom, justice, and equality, or the same old wicked God who Allah God is here to bring an end to. The wicked rulers veil the eyes of the people with falsehood so that the people may take falsehood for truth and truth for falsehood. This is what the Bible and Holy Quran teach us. All of the important announcements made by the prophet from Moses to the present day. The enemy of truth had deceived the people and made the people think that they would listen to falsehood. They made the people think that the prophet and his God was too weak to prevail over falsehood with truth. What is said here and his writing is directed to the black man in America. He is the real one who must decide on whether or not to remain in what he is in or accept a better world that is ruled by the God of freedom, justice, and equality. My black brothers, I want you to know that you are in a peaceful condition here in this day in which the announcement is being made to you to make up your mind about what you are going to do. In plain words, I wish to write here and tell you that you do not have a long time in which to decide on what you want to do. Thinking that you have a long time to decide is the mistake that people made in the past. Noah's people and Lot's people was the loser for ignoring this announcement for these worthy prophets. They waited for they thought that what they had was going to continue to be. We here in America do not have to wait and see. For America is falling up under divine chastisement. Destruction is taking place before your and my eyes. Also, the Bible Holy Quran prophesied are these days of what is going on. These are the days of judgment of Allah God against the wicked. To see more may mean the end of your life and my life as it was with the people of Noah and Lot who were to see more. They could not come to a decisive point of agreement. They waited, and maybe you too will wait. To wait for the truth to be fulfilled means that we will suffer the consequences of the truth for not accepting the truth. The day of decision. As there was opponents of the prophets in the past, we have opponents of the prophets in these modern times. With all of the warning that was given before these days, we can make our decisions so easily. Remember, the people of Noah had no prophets nor scriptures before Noah. Again, remember that even as late as the time of Moses, the people of Moses, the Israelite, had no previously scriptures before Moses. You black brothers are better off. You have all of the scriptures that was given to the prophet throughout the whole 6,000 years of the white man on the planet Earth. Then you will be so foolish as to delay in making a good decision until you see something happen, as the Holy Quran Bible teaches us. Until you see the angels coming in the cloud of heaven, before you make up your mind. But still, probably you will reject that. Surely it will not come in the cloud of heaven. But as the Holy Quran teaches you, it will not be a good day for you who have waited for such time. See, when an angel comes in the cloud of heaven, they will not be coming to do anything like preaching or giving you further knowledge that is prophesied during the day of judgment. The angel will come to execute judgment on you for not believing, to save those who do believe. The preachers The messengers is the first to be judged. The angel comes to execute judgment on those who did not believe the message. The angels in the time of Lot are a good warning to you today. So people was lost. Angels came to execute judgment on opponents and disbelievers of Lot in the city of the plain where he was living. The day of decision only means the resurrection and judgment of this present world. As Jesus prophesied, as it was in the days of Noah, Abraham, and Lot, so will it be today. There was eating, drinking, having a good time, as they call it. But it's not a good time. It's a wicked time. See, the history teaches us that by waiting, there was the losers. But yet, it will be the same today. It is the same for it's going on now. You are rejecting this truth, and you are accepting falsehood instead. Naturally, the enemy of truth is angry with the bearers of truth, because by nature, the enemy was not made of truth. He was made of falsehood. But again, the Bible teaches us that whosoever believes the same shall be saved. This is true, whether he is white or black. If a white man, woman, boy, or girl believed, even though by nature they are not the real righteous, their faith will get them out of hell that Allah God threatens this world with. Their time will be prolonged. I'm sure that you know this. They also know this. A remnant of them will escape if they had the faith in Allah God and His religion of Islam, as is prophesied in the Bible. They even know enemy give one of his least one, a believer, a drink of water, and that being an act of goodness, God will not deprive that act of goodness of His reward. Make up your mind. Come to a right decision. I warn you. Now, Jesus prophesied that when we see the fulfillment of the prophecy at this time, that we should know by such acts of people, strange actions that we have never witnessed before, carried on by the people, knows that it is the end is near, even at the door. The Bible prophesies in Daniel and Matthew, saying that this is a time that man had never witnessed before, and man will never see such time again after this time. Strange happening. The prophecy Jesus says that parents will be against children, children will be against parents. Do we not see these things being fulfilled today, right in our eyes? Not only are parents against children, children are against parents. Parents are murdering their children. Children are murdering their parents. Some families, the parents kill their children and then they commit suicide themselves. This is going on today in this old USA, where the gospel of Jesus is preached every hour of the day, somewhere in the land. In this time in which we are now living, there is no respect for dignity. The president leaving the country to travel far to meet rulers of foreign countries, discuss the strange things that are happening, strange things that would happen between the nations. The beautiful, rich country of America, to which many people of Europe and Asia migrated, seeking refuge in this country as the prophecies now come into fulfillment. In that day and time, everyone would begin to go away from America instead of coming to America. As Revelation Bible teaches us of the prophecy that they will stand far off and see the fire of her America burning for fear of it. They will lift up their heads and their voice, and they will lament for her. America trades is cut off, and all of her delicious, delicate things that she used to have in trades, all gone. 1 hour, 1 day, came to pass here in the Western Hemisphere. The most wicked people who live on the earth are in the Western Hemisphere, as the Bible teaches us, that God says that to him, this is like Sodom and Gomorrah. Here, God did say that the wickedness of the day of Noah and his people, and Lot and his people, Sodomites, was no more than child's play compared to this wickedness of today. For they are highly educated, they are scientists, and making wickedness for themselves. Day and night, up and down the streets, we see people are killing, murdering each other. We do not know very much about what is going on in Europe, but we do see it right here in the city of Chicago, Illinois, where the radio, television announced to the public that murdering, killing are taking place continually. When shall you see all things? Today we see there's great disrespect of one another. Mothers and her daughters are walking the streets in shame. To the public, a decent-minded people, they are throwing their clothes aside from their bodies, trying to keep nothing covered but their shame. And some cover their shame. As it was in the days of Noah and Lot, so shall it be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man.